Can McCaffrey do it again? It's the coach. You're watching Madden Football on EA Sports. Coming up, dual threat Christian McCaffrey. Fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions. With that, let's head inside the Ford Field in Detroit. We're standing by are the two men who will bring you this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. And now a look at the offense for Chicago.
And, partner, sometimes it's good for a team to get the Thursday nighter right after a loss because you don't have very long to stew on what just happened. You have to turn right around, get ready, and go out and play again. Or, as one of the veterans told me, I actually like this because I can keep my anger for this short amount of time and take it out on the other team.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. This crew against the pass, it's been a real struggle. Second from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And third down is a key down in any game you play. And third down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Tackle made by Everson Griffin. Here's a 2nd and 7 now from their own 7. This is Chris Thompson in his 7th season now as a Redskin. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. Throwing on third down, Newton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Tressway now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On the ground, McCaffrey. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Dalton. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Play action now, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Dalton here from the gun. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
But you do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and
and
out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Here we go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And that will be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Tressway now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Give him 11 yards that time on the return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. 14 yards into Chicago first down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run on first down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd and 7, Dalton. A quick throw, but incomplete. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And Detroit getting set to go now. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
First play of the drive is a run with Thompson. And he's going to be unable to get upfield as they take him down at the 21-yard line. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop. On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, here's Breida. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Thompson, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. from just shy of midfield. Newton.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Here's Newton. And that is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And able to find Garcon. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Dalton looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Javon Hargrave there on the stop. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross.
Dalton off play action. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the second quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
And feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yeah, so make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. A run there on first down gets him a yard to the 26. It's Everson Griffin who made the tackle. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Newton. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. So Dalton now gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That play was well covered. Just tried to check it down. Unfortunately, not able to find any yardage on that one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again here on offense, Keenan Allen marches back onto the field. They've got to find a way to get him more involved in this game plan. Down here in the second quarter, he doesn't even have a catch.
And don't think they're not hearing about it in the huddle and on the sidelines. And we often think of wide receivers at times being disruptive. It's just that they know their talents and they know the type of plays they can make, and they can make big ones. They want the ball to help their team.
Yeah, you got to think he's going to want the ball more. 1 target, no catches. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage. Now it's Newton here off the bootleg. And he locates Luke Wilson. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 38. On first down. It's Thompson, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. That had to be a nightmare as a ball carrier. You look up and see his big bear claws coming at you right away. No chance.
And just think how the game continues to evolve. We always worried about the defensive ends and the outside linebackers bringing pressure. How about the play now? It's not just eating up blockers for these guys inside, is it? It's eating up blockers and making plays in the backfield.
And just eating. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. 3rd and long, it's Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here is Matt Prater now. He's got the leg for this as he holds the NFL record with a 64-yarder back in 2013. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Well, I was watching him in warm-ups, and he hit a 62-yarder that hit the crossbar and went over. This one a little bit inside of that, but not enough leg.
And the difference is what?
Well, your live conditions,
live
right?
conditions, game conditions are a whole lot different than practice, where you just pop it up there, no rush, no pressure. I think maybe that takes a couple yards away from you when you have to do it when it's real.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he works free. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Play fake. Here's Dalton going deep for Hopkins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He spins free, and he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go!
And we spotlight Keenan Allen as he gets set to go back to work. You would have to think they're going to make it more of a priority to get him the football. You're losing here in the second quarter, and he's been really quiet.
I think all we have to do, and it's too bad we can't actually see the actual play sheet now from the coordinator, because he's looking down at that and saying, okay, do I put him in different spots? Do I try and isolate him? What routes do I run? You're exactly right. They've got to get the ball in his hands and get their offense kick-started.
He does have the 2 catches, but pretty quiet so far. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To Thompson on the draw. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on 2nd and 6, Newton.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that back to Allen, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Newton. Right back for Allen. This time he finds him complete. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Newton. And that will be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
A 34-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium as they'll take on the always tough Green Bay Packers. Then in the afternoon window, all eyes will be on Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where it'll be the Steelers taking on the Cleveland Browns. And finally, on Sunday Night Football, we wrap up Thanksgiving weekend with a couple of teams that have gotten to know each other in the playoffs, the Patriots and Texans from Houston. In the game you're watching, it's been the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, who's led the way. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Now they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Newton. It's caught. Cooper. There he goes. Amari Cooper. Past the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Amari Cooper. 78 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now this window is running back out of the backfield. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Andy Dalton now 9 of 17 through the air. Not a great percentage, but it is 1st and 10. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. From the 41, Dalton toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 5. 3rd down from the gun. Dalton, hard throw, incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. This is Thompson. And he'll be upended after a gain of 5 up to the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Boom! That's how we do it, baby.
Oh, my goodness. Was that a defensive back that got to him with the pressure?
Oh, look at the former defensive back. You're all smiles up here.
I hope everybody can hear my smile on that play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Newton. Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
How about that one? The so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hand, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Andy Dalton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's the 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Here's J.K. Scott now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here come the Lions now. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. They run again with Breida. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On 1st down, Newton. Caught by Cobb. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming and down he goes. That was Jordan Poyer, the safety, in for the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Out of the gun, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Tressway now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. So at the start of this game, it looked like the defense was wearing him down a little bit. Now you look at the numbers, that's kind of flipped.
Yeah, I agree with you totally. And his offensive line has really started to play well. And the best offensive line coaches that I've ever talked to, when they have great runners, you know what they tell their guys? Relax. You don't have to be perfect. Get as many guys as you can, but if you leave one free, the great runner will either make him miss or go through him. So don't worry about that. You don't have to be so precise. Just go ahead, block some people, try and create some room, and allow him to go to work.
Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Dalton, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. On the return comes Cobb. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw in film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Plays like that, when you see the athleticism of a guy over 300 pounds, you forget that they can do that. They're so athletic.
Yeah, and I love how it all came together. He won the leverage battle at the line of scrimmage. Then he won the battle with his hands to shed the blocker. And how about the agility to get into the backfield and run him down?
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They fake the give. Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Wake able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bears take over. 1st and 10 for Dalton. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again. Dalton. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. It's caught by Garcon. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he's on to punt for Chicago. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out now come the Lions. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the 29, Newton. And his throw is incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Shotgun handoff to Thompson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
What's that? 180? 53, Mike. Push him back. Push him back.
Here's Breida. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he's got the 1st down before being taken down at the 46. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. This is Breida. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The former All-Pro Marcel Darius brings him down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now it's Breida. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. Newton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Detroit. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Watch left, watch left, watch left.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Dalton, he'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a fourth down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Hey, ready? Ready? It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time. Check. Lucky.
A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Newton. Wilson's got it complete. And all the way down to the 42. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Now it's Newton. That's complete to Cobb. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. Newton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. That's a gain of 4 here in the 4th quarter, with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They run the counter. Thompson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait, because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run. Anderson. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Check 53 front. Check 53 front. I got you, boys. I got you, boys.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal now as they look for that final dagger. They run with Breida, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was Matt Breida who had the touchdown run to put an end to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Dalton and the offense now. Down by 11, a minute 55 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. A first down throw coming for Dalton. He gets this one to Garcon. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Dalton saying, let's get going here, guys, as he rallies them to get set. Throwing again on second down. Dalton, it's complete to Hopkins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now a play fake here on first down. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
That's what I do. Get it.
Now a give to Breida. And down to the 36-yard line here. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So they come up on second down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey. You got 3,
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the slant. Whip.
And this one going to wrap up with Cam Newton going down to a knee.
Here we go.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for Detroit, the win gets them back to 500 at 6-6 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.